Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It is no secret evolutions are about to level up in FC 25. In fact, EA has even showed us with one evolution already that they're about to go to the next level. And before this happens, we need to get invested, guys. We're going to talk about buying some cards today that are going to fit evolutions soon, that are hopefully going to go up in price. Some of them have already gone up in price. They've come back down because the rumors have slowed down. They're going to pick back up again by the end of this week, so we got to get on it. Of course, we're going to talk about Ultimate TOTS content that's coming today too. More end of an era or flashback SBCs expected, and of course, new upgrade pack SBCs, particularly a new player pick because it is a Monday. Question is, will it really be worth grinding? Because I haven't even done too many 82 plus picks this week that SBC has been out. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Firstly, yesterday's content on a Sunday, we got the Modric SBC that we were looking forward to seeing. And honestly, it's another great end of their SBC. The price is just a little more. I know in yesterday's video, I was hoping for like 5 to 600K. We're coming in here for a 5.5 Luka Modric. 877,000 coins worth of price for that card. But 5-star, 5-star, that's different than the KDB and the Thomas Muller. We do love that. 4 amazing playstyle pluses, stats that you know are insane. And actually, you just know that Modric is going to be insane in game because he always is. He can play cam, CDM, and CM, the most versatile of the end of an era SBCs so far, in my opinion. Insane dribbling, insane passing, great shooting, just an all-around fantastic card, and great playstyles too. Again, every passing playstyle, you have the Anticipate Plus to go with the Intercept base. You even have Rapid base, First Touch, maybe a Press Proven would have been nice, and maybe a Relentless. The same thing here that we talked about with KDB. A Relentless would have been really nice here. But he's got great roles. Playmaker plus plus at CM and cam. He's got holding plus plus as a CM and also as a CDM. Great card. And in 11 squads, sure, you do have a couple 91 rated squads here at the very bottom, and then it's just the 90s, 89s, and 88s. It's not terrible. It's a doable 870,000 coin card. But, you know, it's got the hype because it's Modric, and that's what it is once again. It's the nostalgia, it's the memories, it is the end of an era juice that these cards have, that all 3 of the big players released so far as end of an eras have had. So I like the Modric. Obviously, there's a lot of hype for this in terms of just looking at the market and seeing what other midfielders are doing in price. Like Zaire Emery went from 600,000 coins all the way below 500K where he is now. If you take a look at a lot of some of the most recent midfielders on the market, they are down a lot in price as well. So it's a good SBC. If you're more of a Madrid fan, more of a La Liga team building player on this game, this card probably interests you a little bit more than the Kevin De Bruyne. I think now it's decision time. If you haven't started any SBCs, is it the De Bruyne for you, the Thomas Muller, or the Modric that really interests you the most? And, you know, get started on one of those. Get to crafting with the upgrade packs that we do have. Don't expect a whole lot of team of the season fodder or just fodder in general besides gold cards, and lower rated gold cards at that. But it is here, and it is something to craft. And once again, that has been the highlight of Ultimate TOTS. It has been the end of an era SBCs. We have more incoming today, possibly. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, we did have a new hero player pick that was released yesterday as well, the 91 plus mixed hero pick, which does include the Immortals. It is a 1 of 3, and it is 114,000 coins to complete. Honestly, requiring exactly 87 and 88 rated, EA is still doing their best to try to make these cards come off of minimum price, but they're not moving because who's doing a 91 plus mixed hero player pick? Like, if they would put 87 and 88 rated guaranteed requirements in maybe another icon pick, we didn't get one, but if we were to get another 91 plus icon pick and those were required in it, or another upgrade pack and have more 87s and 8s required, then they would finally come off of minimum price. But since we're here talking about fodder, of course, it's the 85s and 86s they were most interested in. 86s still 8.2 thousand coins. 85s down here at 2.7 to 2.8K. These are just going to be great cards to bid on and probably see rise a little bit today on Monday, but I do think it is worth mentioning the 82 times 20 version 1 and version 2 both expire tomorrow on Tuesday. So some of your demand for the 85s and 6s, and also your demand for the 90s. I mean, these cards have dipped a little bit. Harry Kane's at 21, Sam Kerr's at 17. The special cards out of packs keep going up, but this is probably just a fair warning to that if you do have some of those 90 rated cards, with the 82 times 20 coming to an end, and that really being one of the major pulls behind, especially the 90 rated cards going up in value, probably a decent time to start thinking about selling those for a very good price while you still can. I guess the 89s just never really moved, even though there were 2 of those required and 2 of the 90s. Just the fact that there's so few 90s in packs right now, it's probably why those moved the most. 86s are still going to be in demand though, even after the 82 times 20 goes away, but I think the 8220 has so much demand, I probably wouldn't try to hold on to those after tomorrow, but they still should be good cards to trade on and still be good cards to lazy sell on the market as well today. Same things with the 85. So that was the content yesterday for Sunday in SBCs. It was a Bundesliga TOTS upgrade. We should not forget to talk about that one in there as well. Our daily TOTS upgrade pack, which is nice. I mean, this one's 2 squads here as well, 84, 85, with 1 team of the season required inside of it. Of course, you get a Super League TOTS pack. Good luck trying to get Osimhen from that one. But you do get the 2-for-1 guaranteed TOTS pack there. Today, we'll be having Serie A. That'll be the next one. And what was it? Serie A, and was it NWSL? I think it was Serie A and NWSL. That would potentially be the double pack that we would have today with the release of content. We'll talk about more of that a little bit later, but let's move into evolutions, because we had that right wing Evo, right? We talked about it in yesterday's video about the Evo, and it's here. It's Driving for Glory is what it is called. It's 50,000 coins, and it was very hyped. Remember, it was very, very hyped by the leakers. It is a good Evo. Like, I love the pace boost here on this Pedro card. I do think the shooting and passing and the dribbling is a good boost. Like, how about this Brennan Johnson? Wow, 99 dribble Brennan Johnson actually fits that. That's interesting. I do like that. I will say a lot of the requirements on this seem pretty open for the most part. I mean, max 64 defending is interesting. EA is definitely trying to not let you evo a couple specific cards there, but max positions 3, max playstyle plus is 3, overall 92. There's really no other restrictions besides the normal 10 playstyle restriction there. So this Lamine Yamal is probably who I'm going to put into this one, and I've seen so many incredible cards on Twitter. It's the playstyle pluses for me that really make this, in my opinion, worth the 50k plus the decent stat upgrades. I love the pace one, obviously. That's the big part of it, right? You're going to 97 pace, but you get the low driven, the rapid, and the finesse plus, which this is literally the perfect Evo, in my opinion, for Lamine Yamal. He is one of the most popular cards to come out of this. His ultimate succession card there, only up to 90 shooting. I'm going to maybe try to get my Lamine Yamal into a chain, get him higher than 90 shooting so that he can go into this. I do think, though, remember how we talked about in yesterday's video that the Antoine Griezmann was leaked and he had pretty crazy stats? He fits this Evo and goes really nuts, to be honest. That's one of the best cards, in my opinion, coming out of this. And that, of course, has made his numero foot card on the market go to almost max price extinct. He's 700,000 coins. Even yesterday, before the Evo came out, people were selling in the hype. Like, you know, sometimes the best decision is to do. The Evo comes out, he's one of the best cards that fits into it, and he actually explodes and rebounds way back up a price. But for 50,000 coins, I know it's only 3 playstyle pluses, and we're talking about Evos going to the next level in today's video with shapeshifters. So if there's somebody that you really, really like for this, I think it's a good Evo for a cut inside, left-footed, right wing player with the finesse, with the low driven, and the rapid, and the other stat boosts and playstyles that it gives. I'm really thinking about Lamine Yamal for this one for me, for real, as you can tell. But it's not too bad. It's solid. That's that Evo there, Driving for Glory, yesterday in Sunday content. Now, just a quick check around the market, because that was all the content that we had yesterday. Guys, the ultimate TOTS prices are holding up so well. Like, these cards, they're not crashing that much. I'm sure they're down a little bit. Like Lamine Yamal's down like 100k. You know, Salah's down like 50, 60k from where he was yesterday. Mbappe's down a little bit. But like, in terms of what we were maybe expecting to see with some like genuine price drops after these cards were in packs all weekend for weekend league rewards, maybe this is a bit of a testament to the pack weight or the lack thereof, because these cards are they're just doing great. Like Mohamed Salah is kind of my example. If you bought during the first 30 minutes to an hour, going back to this conversation, of the Friday content of Ultimate Team of the Season, GG's, because these cards are holding up a lot better, honestly, than I thought they were going to, and it looks like there's nothing that's making them crash at this very moment. Now, I still do believe there's a few things we want to be careful with, and some of the lower tier cards have dropped off. Like Jonathan Taz dropped off a good bit because he was over 400,000 coins even yesterday for a while, 413,000 coins. Of course, on Saturday, he had the big rise. So he is down, and some of the middle tier to lower tier cards in Ultimate TOTS are down, from the men's, the women's, the Ultimate TOTS minor squad. Like Yokoresh is now just a shade under 300,000 coins, and he was 320. Saturday, he was all the way up to 390. So you have seen some drops. But like on the expensive cards, like Harry Kane's still 1.3. The Lamine Yamal that we mentioned is still 2.8, 2.9. Rafinha still 1.8, 1.9 million coins. So if you're using those cards, I think you can be okay maybe holding them for a couple more days, but probably still don't want to hold them for too long because they are in packs. Now, the rest of the markets are kind of doing the same thing. I even tweeted yesterday, the best way to make coins in this game right now is literally just get on bids, because nobody wants to grind the market. So I'm just mentioning this for you guys that have tradable cards in your team and you're wanting to grind the market. Get on bids. I can't believe I added this Ronaldinho to my watch list. This is a 1.8 million coin, 93 Ronaldinho, and he went for 1.29. Like, it's crazy sometimes how many of these deals you can get on bids, because nobody is watching at this stage of the game. So if you put in that little bit extra effort, like it's literally nothing, you just add a card to your watch list, and when it gets to a crazy low price, or you watch it go on bid, then you bid on it and you win the card, and there you go. You either make the profit or you get the card for super cheap. Like, that's just easy money. It's, if you want to make coins right now, that is the way to do things, in my opinion. Just get on the bids, maybe a couple of snipes and fluctuations, but the bids are out there. Bid on anything. What's that? Whatever's in your budget. Out of pack special cards, in packs team of the season cards, 85 rated, and then lazy list those for maybe 1,000 coins over what they're actually selling for, trying to get some lazy sales. But that's kind of the market right now. It's doing very well, and that's a good sign. But also, I think there's some content that might shake some things up later in the week, which is why we want to be a little bit more careful. Let's just get straight into that, guys. What we're here to discuss today is EVOS. This has been a big week for SBCs, right? It's been all about the end of an era. The KDB, Modric, and Muller. We got more cards incoming. We're going to talk about that in a second. But EVOs look like they're going to take another step up during shape shifters, and it's all about the 93 rated. And it's not just the fact that the leakers are starting to talk about it. It's the fact that we already have our first max 93 Evo in the game. The training camp Evo, called the first shapeshifter, was our first ever max overall 93. I remember Foot Birthday DeMarco fitting into this 2 weeks ago when it was released on the promo Friday. Like, wait, what? A 93 Foot Birthday DeMarco fits into this? It's true. He does, as do other 93s. And I think what's going to happen is, barring what the leakers say, because the leakers are probably going to end up matching this, in my opinion. I think EA's literally just leaked this right here with this Evo, because this Evo, you have to start before this Friday of Shapeshifters team number 1. That, to me, should mean that the first 93 rated actual evolution that we get would be this Friday. Now, kind of backed up by that, Foot Agent tweeting out yesterday, and a lot of people recently tweeting out, 93 rated overall Evos are coming soon. Of course, this means a lot of investment opportunity. That's kind of what I want to focus in on, but also just like mentally prepare and look at your club to prepare what cards you might have as 93s. Guys, we have team of the season cards that are 93 rated that we just did as SBCs a couple of weeks ago that are going to potentially fit into the new evolutions that are coming out during Shapeshifters. And the reason why this is even important and why we're even talking about this today is because this is going to continue to get more hype as we go throughout the week. So if you get in early and get in ready early on these investments, or just preparing your club and thinking about what 93s do I have that I don't want to accidentally turn into an SBC if I'm crafting for KDB or something like that, like, this is just the time to make a little mental note and say, okay, what 93 rateds do I have in my club that I would like to evolve, and what 93 rateds do I want to get maybe off the market for investment and making coins purposes, or because I'm going to want to evolve that card and I want to buy it before it potentially goes up a lot in price, because we've seen this story happen time in and timeout. Happened with when 91 cards were able to fit. Remember when 91 cards started fitting in evolutions, Gold Mbappe's price just started to creep up. And then he had an evolution and boom, he went to the moon and he went crazy high. We've already seen it with the 92 rated cards in the last month or so, as 92 rateds have now been fitting into evolutions. And now we're going to see it very soon with the 93s. But the thing with 93s is the hype already came and has left at one point. Basically last week, 93 rated EVOs were getting hyped up again. I think it was because people saw that Shapeshifter Evo and were like, oh, they're going to come out really soon. There was people tweeting about it on Twitter. You had cards like this Henry go from 800, 900,000 coins all the way to 1.1, all to just see no max 93 Evos released, and his card price comes straight back down. Same thing with Ronaldinho. He went from 1.6 mil up to 2, back down to the 1.6, 1.7 range, even for cheaper cards. Check this Samba Paralluelo card out. From 70,000 coins, literally 2 weeks ago-ish, little less than that actually, beginning of June, 67,000 coins. The hype for the leaks of 93 rated Evos come out. She goes to 108,000 coins. Where is she right now? Back at 70. This is the potential. Going through the 93 rated cards that you have, that you would be interested in evolving, you think people will be interested in evolving, and start to club stock those. I think this is the time to say, guys, get out there on the market, start getting on some bids, start getting on some snipes, and focus on those rare cards that are out of packs that you know people are going to want to evolve. Ronaldinho has not been evolvable this entire year. That's why I'm so disappointed that I missed out on this bid option here for this Dino at that price. If he fits an evolution in the next week, 2 weeks, this card could potentially go crazy in price. His max price is 2.4 million, by the way. That's one thing to consider when you're looking at some of these investments. And I've already picked up some, but I've gone for kind of a route where I'm picking up cheaper cards. I picked up some Endricks, right? This card, Future Stars Endrick, who just got his own brand new celebration released into the game, what was it, last week? I think that card is a very good investment for like 130,000 coins, 140,000 coins. I've also picked up some Wesley Snyders just because I really do believe that this is a card who's 5-star, 5-star. He's rare on the market, and he could fit Evos during Shapeshifters. That's the one thing you have to think about. During Shapeshifters, position changes. But let's say this Wesley Snyder fits an Evo that gives him a new position, but like let's say it's striker or right wing or something. Like, why would you want to put Snyder into a right wing Evo? Well, he already still has the cam in the center mid position. Let's say this striker / cam Evo gives him finesse plus first or something like that, maybe rapid plus, and then it gives maybe a 4th playstyle plus. We can dream, right? Or it just gives him some playstyles that he would actually need as a center attacking mid. So let's say finesse plus, but let's say it gives like rapid and quick step base and maybe like low driven base. If you wanted to use Wesley Snyder as a cam again, he's already 5-star, 5-star. You give him a bit of a stats boost in the pace and the shooting and the dribbling, and give him a good playstyle plus to add on the card, maybe a roll or 2 as well. Boom. That card's a phenomenal item in game, and you could still use him as a center attacking mid. That's the thing with the Shapeshifter Evos, like striker and right wing for Endrick, but like what if there's a evolution that turns a striker into a cam during Shapeshifters? What if it gives him 5-star skills? And what if it gives him a big passing boost, which is what Endrick's cards need? He's already got good pace, decent dribbling. If you get a little dribbling boost, a little shooting boost, and a big passing boost with maybe like, I don't know, you might get a passing playstyle plus, so maybe you don't love that, but it's just going to bring a whole new level of Evo combinations. I just think that it's time to start looking through and get ahead and get prepared and ready, looking through the market on the 93 rated cards that you might be interested in, or like even this Amiga card. You're telling me we could potentially Evo him soon? Maybe his stats won't get boosted that much, but like that was an insane card during League One Team of the Season. Daniel Malin, Drogba, Beckenbauer, Nunez. We could look in this list. Player of the Month Mbappe is a 93 rated card. 93 rated Nico Williams for birthday 5-5. You look at some of these TOTS cards as well. Dan James, the Isco card that was kind of a budget beast. Rabiot, who I used early on. He was an absolute stud. Kubarsi for Barcelona. You look, so many players. Phil Foden, team of their honorable mentions. Messi, team of their honorable mentions, fits this. Even I did the SBC for Yaya Toure. This guy has not seen game time in a long time for my club, but he's evolvable potentially soon with 93s fitting. So that's really the conversation that I wanted to have today as we get into another day of Ultimate Team of the season. I wanted to look ahead with some of you guys and talk about some of that, so that might get the ideas turning for you, the wheels turning about maybe an investment that you can make, or just a card to be watching out for EVOs in your club to start really realizing like, oh dip, we might be able to evolve 93 rated cards here very soon. So watch out for more leaks on that, because of course, what's going to confirm the fact that 93 rated evolutions will be coming with shapeshifters is the Evo leakers having that stuff ahead of time and saying, oh, yep, we're going to be able to Evo 93 rated cards. So we're kind of waiting for that confirmation, but Foot Agent, many other players, many other tweeters really have been posting in the last couple of days that 93 overalls are very, very close. So just be on the lookout for that. Now, let's just keep this video short and sweet and look at today's content on Monday and get straight into that. Firstly, we do have an Evo expiring today. It's the ambidextrous evolution here. It's 50,000 coins paid. That was a right back / left back evolution there. That one is expiring today. I believe it is the only one, unless there's something in cosmetics. Let me just fly through here really fast to see if there's anything expired. Oh, there is. Nope, that's the TOTS upgrade plus. That one's already gone. The TOTS upgrade, this is from one of the cups, I believe. That one is going away. Just one of them. One of those is going away today to upgrade a TOTS to a 94 from a 93. So that's that in evolutions. Now, since we're on the topic of Evos, we do have a leaked Evo that could be coming out today. But it doesn't look that great. Max 91 evolution is set to come. Doesn't mention any positions. It just sounds like it's a passing / free kick evolution. 5-star weak foot stats upgrade. Dead ball, long ball, and 99 curve. He says here, any position. So that one's kind of interesting. But I guess if you really want to give your player 99 curve for the free kicks, maybe give them dead ball and long ball plus, you're going to have the opportunity to go ahead and to do that. We'll see what the rest of the stat boosts are for that evolution, but since it's max 91, then I'm guessing it's going to be free. Sounds like a step backwards from we're talking about going to max 93 evolutions, but hopefully this one is free. It might not be today on Monday, it could be tomorrow on Tuesday, but that is the leaked Evo that we have right now. Of course, what we're really looking forward to today is who's our SBC going to be? What SBCs are we going to be getting? Of course, we have other leaked flashback SBCs still out there. We can cross off the Muller, cross off the Modric, and even the Pepe Reina from this list, but still Carlitos Vela, Hummels, and Kunku, Zaha's flashbacks, even Le Sommer as a 4-play style plus end of an era card. There's still some potential here. Not the craziest of cards for sure, but there's at least still a little bit of potential, and hopefully these are some of the SBC players that come in really cheap. These would be some fun cards. Like, I would try the Vela if he's cheap. I would try the Hummels and Kunku and Zaha, all of them, and Le Sommer as well, if they're cheap and if they're affordable, and if it's not going to cost me more than 5 or 6 squads for any or all of those players. If it's just a couple of squads, fun card to try out and to commemorate their time or whatever the end of an era is commemorating, then I'm a fan of that. If I'm going to look at this list and just drop a guess for today's content, my guess, I'm going to go with the flashback. I'm going to say Nkunku. That's just a guess. I like that card, by the way. Low driven, rapid, and technical with pretty good stats. Would love to see what the rest of his card looks like and if he's 5'5". But my guess is going to be Nkunku today. We'll see if that holds true. Now, in SBCs as well, what we're expecting is the normal stuff. That being a new upgrade pack on a Monday today. Player pick, namely, this is the only upgrade pack SBC that's expiring. Will they give us the 81 plus again? Will they just re-release the 82 plus? Will they change anything with the player pick? Probably not. I mean, personally, for me right now, I'm not putting any of my gold rares or commons into this. I'm just going straight into the TOTS crafting upgrade, still getting that 77 times 5 pack done just because it gives you so many more rares, and I'm just personally a bigger fan of that for the grind. You maybe get lucky and get an 85 or an 86 from that, and boom, there you're working towards an 82 times 20 for the menu grind there. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for that. Not a whole lot. And then inside of the upgrade packs, of course, we're going to look for a new guaranteed TOTS pack today, the Serie A one, as we mentioned. So watch out for that. I'm behind on my daily upgrades. I got to get these done before the stream today. I haven't opened like any packs this weekend. I've kind of been stocking up the ones that I can stock up. I got the 85 combos. I opened those yesterday. I got the 85 times 3 from yesterday. Actually, we could, if we don't have anything in our unassigned, we could rip this one really quick. But it's probably going to be a pretty slow Monday. I'm not expecting a whole lot. Yeah, we got right here, 85 times 3 eFix player. You can tell the TOTS counter hasn't gone up. It's not going up here. I've been saving my pack luck maybe for the rest of this week as we get into crafting and hopefully getting the Kevin De Bruyne SBC done super quickly. But yeah, the last thing we haven't mentioned, because it didn't happen yesterday, but it could happen today, would be potentially a cup, right? We didn't get a cup yesterday on Sunday, an Ultimate TOTS Cup. What would that look like? Hopefully some decent rewards, maybe an Evo reward. Oh, look at that. 386s. We hit the jackpot from an 8314 right there. That was a good one. But anyway, from a cup reward, you know, I'm not going to expect too much. What are the requirements even going to be? If it's not the first 2 mode, is it going to be super worth even grinding and completing based on the, you know, pack weight conversations? There was a lot of comments yesterday's video. I appreciate all of that, man. I appreciate all of you guys chiming in. I read through a whole bunch of those and was able to respond to a few. I think a lot of you guys had really good points, positive and negative, because I don't want to sit here and just be 100% negative about how I feel about how this game is going when, you know, some of you guys I know as well are packing insane blues and have gotten really lucky in red picks and rewards, and, you know, taking away from that hype by me being unfortunately mad about the game in some way, shape, or form is not going to make you feel any better, right? Like, you want to celebrate your pack pull, and I celebrate with you guys that have gotten good pack pulls. But I know a lot of us, I say us, I got Barcola, so I don't know if I'm included in us, but a lot of people have not hit very good pulls just yet. I mean, at least we can do is at least log on today, hit our upgrade packs, do the little bit of grind that we can do. I'm getting good 86s from these right now. I actually enjoy that. And then, you know, just give ourselves the best chance at packing a blue by at least putting in a little bit of work. You're not going to pack blues if you don't open packs. There's also that truth to this statement. All right, we got 182 times 20. Yeah, these are really, that's what I've been seeing. Mostly, these are not giving out blues. I got one De Gea on Friday. We're going to test out more of those, and EA just gave me enough 86s, I think, to do another singular 82 times 20. But I need those 86s first for that 85 times 3 efigs. I've got some packs to craft. I've got some SP to kind of catch up on as well. Level 12 almost. Hopefully we get a little bit further in the stream today, and I'll be playing some foot champs today on stream as well on a Monday. We'll see what EA has for us in terms of surprises. But really, what I wanted to bring up to you guys today is that 93 rated EVOs are coming soon. These cards are probably going to start to go up, but you pick a card that you want to invest in, do a little bit of research on the market, find a good price, buy the card, and hopefully there's some profit coming your way, not just like today for a short-term flip, but like we're talking late into this week and into next week, as hopefully we start to see more of these EVOs for 93 rated cards as the Shapeshifters train is coming and it's about to be here. I'm actually kind of ready for Shapeshifters. I don't know about you guys. Anyways, that's the video for me. Have a great Monday. We'll catch you on the stream today. Links down below in the description, or you can come back here on YouTube and check us out around the content drop. Appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and have a great week. Start it off with a great Monday. It's been TheFutAccountant. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.